Hi, it's Chandler Harrison, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to knit a beanie on size 6 circular needle. And then you're going to pull out the amount of yarn you'll need, and for this one we're casting on 80 stitches. You're just going to pull out a good length of yarn. Today we're going to be doing a long tail cast on. You're going to make a slip knot, which is where you wrap the yarn around your finger, and then you pull it off your finger, and it makes a slip knot. Wrap around your finger, pull through, make a slip knot. Your knitting needle and put it through the slip knot. And then you're going to take your working yarn, which is your yarn attached to the ball, and then you're going to pull it tight. You're going to take this long length of yarn, so you're grabbing it with your pinky like that, and then you're going to hold on to it, and then you're going to wrap it around your finger like this, through your finger like that. Take the working yarn, wrap it behind the needle, take the yarn that's on your finger and pull it off the needle. Again, you're going to grab the yarn like this with your pinky, hold on to it, wrap it around your finger, put it through the yarn you wrapped around your finger, wrap the yarn behind and pull it over. And for a beanie, you're gonna do 80 of those. So after you're done casting on, you're gonna pull your stitches so they reach all the way around to the other side. And you're gonna also make sure that your yarn is not twisted. So you see there is kind of a link between each of the stitches, and you wanna make sure that is facing inward all the way around. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take the yarn and pull it so it reaches the left needle, and the right needle should be the one with the non-working yarn and the working yarn. Again, the working yarn is attached to the ball of yarn. The non-working yarn is not attached to anything. What you're going to do is connect them in a circle. So first what you're going to do is insert your needle into the stitch, and then you're going to take the working yarn, again that's the yarn attached to the ball, wrap it behind the needle, then you're going to pull the needle through, and then you're going to take it off the needle. Of your first stitch, again, we're going to put it through the stitch, wrap it behind the needle, pull it through, and then take it off of the needle. So now that we have our knit stitch down, we're going to have to learn purl and put it in front of the needle. Then you're going to take the needle, insert it in front of the stitch, and then you're going to wrap it around and behind the needle, and then you're going to do the same thing, pull the needle through, poke it kind of through, and then pull it off the needle. Working in between and alternating these two is called ribbing, or 1x1 rib. Finish the ribbing, and the next step is to basically just keep knitting, don't purl at all, just keep knitting around and around until we get to the decreases. All the way around multiple times. And now we're going to move on to the decreases. So for decreasing, you're going to knit, this pattern calls for the beginning to knit 8 and then decrease, and so I'll knit 8 and then show you how to decrease. And then to decrease, what you'll want to do is knit just the same as you've been knitting, but put your needle through 2 stitches instead of 1, and then knit them together just like normal. And then you're going to knit 8 again and then decrease. Do that all the way around again. So what we're doing now is switching to double pointed needles. We're doing the same thing, knitting in the round, just on multiple needles. You're going to want to use all of them, but save one for knitting around. So the double pointed needles are going to be in a square shape, and you're going to use this extra needle to knit around and around. Once you get to the 3rd round of decreases, you'll basically just decrease every round. Instead of knitting around in between decreasing, you'll just keep decreasing. So when it gets to, in my case, the yarn is too short to continue. So what you're going to do is find a tapestry needle, and then you're going to sew through all of the stitches, sew through them, and then just take them right off the needle. After you're done feeding the yarn through all the loops, you're gonna pull it tight, and in one of the closest loops, feed it through, and then tie a knot. What you're going to do is sew both of the ends in. So sew this end in, and then you're going to sew this end in, and then cut them, and then you have a beanie. And now you have a very cute beanie that you can wear